Thanks for joining us on the John Mendola Show. We're driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers. Well, let's talk Scranton Prep tennis. Joining us right now is Coach Kathleen McKenna and Senior Keller McGurrin. Well, Coach, you got a special young man here who's a pretty darn good tennis player.
Absolutely. He's had an amazing season. He's one of the very few kids in the league who is undefeated, and he's playing even more focused, strong, forceful tennis than he did last year, and he played pretty well last year.
Coach, when you talk about having some tradition at Scranton Prep, there's always some great tennis players, but kids have to work at it. Tell us about the work ethic of Keller.
Well, I mean, since last year, he and Pete Kazmierzak came in as runners-up in the state AA doubles tournament too. So they've been playing very well, and then I think that was good. It wasn't good enough for him because he wanted to come back and hopefully win the AA district, and I think he's certainly headed that way. I think day in and day out since last year he's been playing tennis with his brother Tim McGurrin, who was a very fine player at Prep, and then who went on to play at the University of Scranton. He's been working out at the gym, and he works with one of his coaches at Birchwood. I would say, really, he's been driven since day one as a freshman, but even more so since last year.
Let's welcome in Senior Keller McGurrin here on the John Mendola Show, driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers. Keller, first of all, let's talk about the family tradition. You and your brother, tennis players. Is it a whole family of tennis?
Yes, it is. My older brothers, Timmy and Taggart, both played at Scranton Prep. They played for the team, and they enjoyed it thoroughly, and I followed in their tradition, and I also have my younger brother, who's a freshman on the team this year, that plays the number one doubles.
Well, Keller, talk about your tennis game. How is it similar? How is it different than your brothers, and what did you learn from them?
Well, it's always competitive. We try to emulate each other. Try to take pointers off each other from our from what we learned when we were younger, and also what we know now. We always talk on the phone and try to learn from each other and try to learn how to succeed, I guess, on the court. And overall, it's just a fun it's a fun environment. We end up playing a lot, and it's just a fun time.
Well, the weather could be tough, and I know you play a little bit of indoor tennis. That's always helpful to make sure you're hitting the court as often as you do. Talk about when you're in season, how many days a week you're on the tennis court, and then maybe during the off season, how often do you get to play?
Well, over the summer, I played almost every day. During the late summer, though, I joined the Scranton Prep cross country team. I had a fun time with that team. It was a great experience, and it also helps out endurance-wise. And then over the winter, almost every day, I played a lot with my younger brother, Tarkin, and also with a lot of the other teams out there and their players.
Keller McGurrin joining us here on the John Mendola Show. We are driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers, locations in Wilkes-Barre, Scranton, Kingston, Hazleton, and Williamsport. Keller, tell us about some of the other young men that are on the team this year and how they're doing there at Prep for you. You guys are having a great year.
Well, we have a great group of guys. They work hard. They follow orders. I have a great experience with them. They're motivated, and they're also looking to win. And every day is just a fun time. You're looking forward to jump onto the court. We have Peter Kazmierzak, Tony Toots, Jimmy Tressler, Dave Graff, Sahil Garg, Tark McGurrin, and John Carlin Cognetti. And those are interchangeable starters, and we have a fun time, and they generally challenge each other, and also look forward to the team cooperation and also the competitiveness of the sport. And it's just a fun opportunity to play with them.
Keller, you've had so much success at Scranton Prep. Tell us about your future endeavors, what you plan to do next year.
Well, I'm planning on going to the University of Scranton and playing tennis there under Keith Petsko, and it's a great program. It's a great team, and I'm looking forward to playing at a higher level, and also becoming a more student-based, obviously, and a sports-based person, I guess.
Let's get back to Coach Kathleen McKenna. Kathleen, tell us about the leadership role of Keller. Is he a rah-rah guy? Does he lead by example? What kind of role does he have with the other kids there at Prep?
I'd say he's kind of like a quiet leader, not like a very, very, garrulous, but he certainly leads by example. And I think the kids just realize the way he plays and as focused as he is, and since he's improved so much certainly since last year, but even like through the 4 years, I think the work ethic and the quiet leadership is really what has helped drive the team this year. And we only have two seniors, he and John Carlin. So I think the kids really look up to him for that. He's team captain. He's been to Hershey. He knows what the kids need to do to get there again. We certainly hope to win the district, but go beyond, even a little farther than we did last year. And so I think the kids know that Keller is the one that will help get them there, and so they follow his lead.
When you talk about the Scranton Prep program, we mentioned that tradition. I mentioned having some great young men that come through the program.
Right.
How about having another McGurrin ready to go next year? You have one freshman already. You get that same kind of kid. Is him and his brother have similar attributes?
Tarkin is very driven as well, very fast. And, Keller was saying that he ran cross country and that helped. I don't know if Tark did. I think he did basketball, didn't he, Keller?
He did cross country and basketball.
Oh, he did cross country and basketball. He is very, very quick and very smart player. I think that's a McGurrin family tradition. But you know what? We have some very fine singles players. I mean, Tony Cooks is undefeated. He's playing three for us. He's serving much better than last year. Pete is a solid player. And as I said, we have a young team, so we hope to do well, over the next couple of years. Some good freshmen. We'll see how it goes.
Keller, when you talk about what's coming up for you guys over the month of May, which will be here next week already, tell us about some of the competition you're going to face, whether it's possibly singles and taking a run or doubles. I'm sure you're looking forward to it.
Yes, I am. The teams that we face are great teams. They're in the playoffs. They know what's to be expected, and they're also out there to make an example of themselves and prove that they're also a team to contend with. And we're looking forward to be playing with Wyoming Seminary, Valley View, a lot of those other teams that work hard over the season, and they're a strong program. They have great coaches, and I'm looking forward to playing with them. For singles and doubles, it's tough to always have to rise up through the ranks, and it's a one-time deal. It's either you lose and go home, or you win it all. So it's a fun opportunity. I'm looking forward to be, involved in those. Hopefully win the singles districts and also the team districts. But it's whatever way it goes, and I'm looking forward to it.
Well, busy next couple of weeks. Tennis-wise, Scranton Prep sure to be on the map with senior number one, Keller McGurrin. Coach Kathleen McKenna, we thank you for your time as well. We wish you the best of luck over the next several weeks.
Thank you so much, John. Thanks for having us.
You got it.
Yes, thank you.
You got it. Keller McGurrin and Kathleen McKenna, Scranton Prep Boys Tennis, here on the John Mendola Show, driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers.